What's ripening YouTube? I want to introduce you to a project site that we planted out about 6 weeks ago, which would have been mid-April, and we are now in the first week of June. And this is a syntropic agroforestry inspired system. We're in Mayaka City, the zone 9B, and this is a really pretty amazing growth that we've got so far. I'm going to show you real quick, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we did to kind of set things up and where we're at right now. So sit tight. All right, so we just got here a couple minutes ago, and I'm pretty overwhelmed with how much growth we've had. You know, we planted in the dry season. We did have an irrigation system here, and what you'll see here is the Carimbia, which is our eucalyptus relative. It's going to be our emergent crop, or emergent tree species, I mean. We've got pigeon pea, we've got papayas, we've got jack bean, we've got this tropical pumpkin. We've got various fruit trees depending on the tree row, and we've got various bananas depending on the tree row. So the way we set this project up, the tree rows are 20 feet apart, and the main trees are 12 feet apart, and they alternate between two different species in each row. So in this case, we have avocado and a stone fruit, avocado stone fruit, and it's like that for the first 3 rows, and then we have a different mix on some of the other rows. But check this out, this is 6 weeks old. Look at these pumpkins, they're everywhere. And these aren't even the big ones, they're literally everywhere in here. This is 6 weeks old. Huge pumpkin. This is, you know, not quite basketball size, but gigantic. These are seeds that I brought in from Belize. So before we started this, we did do soil testing. We found out, you know, what was the pH of the soil and if there was any deficiencies. And we actually came through, we laid out the tree lines, tilled the grass in on the tree lines, added the amendments, and then we waited 2 weeks, tilled again. We wanted to make sure that we really deleted the grass before we started, so that took about 2 or 3 tillages. We set up our beds, we placed compost along the middles, planted in, and we put mulch on 2 sides. And then we came in with what we call seed bombs, which is a mixture of supporting species. Let's see what we can find in here. So here's one right here. This seed bomb, obviously there was a pumpkin, we've got a lucena, this is a candlestick cassia, and you know, here's a pigeon pea here. And if you look through, you'll see different variations. Here's one that we had roselle in the mix, and you'll see okra, you'll see zinnias. The zinnias are already popping. They've been cutting fresh flowers for gatherings and stuff. And this is all meant to be successional. So there's things that are dominating right now, and there's things that are going to be dominating later. And we're going to manage this by pruning. And this is just our first visit since we established the system. Man, overall, I cannot believe how well things are growing. All right, so in this particular grove, we have early production of those pumpkins I showed you. We've got cut flower zinnias, we've got roselle, and a couple other things. The next thing that's gonna come through, you'll see here, we've got papaya and bananas. Those are gonna be what dominates within probably the next 12 to 24 months. They'll come into production, and they're going to probably be the main show for a little while the other fruit trees are establishing themselves. And that's what we like to do. We're trying to, you know, if you were just to plant a fruit tree grove, you wouldn't have much to look at for years. But in a system like this, you know, he's already harvesting baby pumpkins, squash flowers, zinnia, and you know, we're only 6 weeks in. So this is what we like to do, have a succession and have an ongoing production, and then it builds up and it kind of gets better and better over time. So this is what we like to do. This is the type of installation that we specialize in here in Southwest Florida, and I'm really happy to be able to share this with you guys. If you have questions or comments, let me know down below. We do intend to come back and kind of keep an eye on this project over time, so you guys can see how it goes. And I'd like to bring you back when we get into the next major pruning, which will probably be towards the end of the summer. The Carimbias are going to be probably another 5 feet taller. The pigeon peas will be big. The pumpkins hopefully will be finished by then, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.